So I've been thinking a lot about creativity and how we can develop it and do something with it, where it comes from. I don't really think I understand completely, and I'm sure that some of you can set me right. So I'm just going to talk about how I understand it, and I would love it if you could set me straight in the comments. Tell me what I'm missing, tell me what I'm getting wrong, because I'm trying to get better at this. You see the skate park behind me? I think creativity is a thing that we all have. It's just a question of how well and how it comes out. I think it starts when we see something that we just think is just really amazing and we get really excited about it and we want to try to do that. Especially as adults, the next phase I think that comes is research. We want to know, what kind of paint do I need? What kind of lens do I need? What kind of pencils should I buy? What kind of paper do I need? We want to make sure we have all the stuff so that we can do the thing, and make sure that we have the right stuff so that we're not wasting our time with things that are just going to make life harder. It's easy to spend way too much time here like I have, and next thing you know, you haven't actually created anything and you've just spent a lot of time reading some stuff on the internet or out of a book. Next comes practice, because for some things you can kind of get started right away and start making things and expressing some of that creativity. But for a lot of things, there's a certain amount of mechanical or technical know-how you have to acquire and internalize first. For example, if you want to sing, you can totally just start singing, but your range is going to be limited, your pitch is not going to be as accurate as you would like it to be, and you're going to have a lot of trouble expressing the ideas you have in your head until you've trained your voice to actually keep up with those things. So you're going to need to practice, you're going to need to do it over and over and over again. You're going to need to train your mind and train your body to do what it is that you want it to be able to do. And this can get really frustrating because it can take a long time. I know with me, I have to do things over and over and fail and fail and fail before I can get them. But if you can stick with it and get past that, then you're able to actually express some of the things that you were trying to express. This is why I think people don't think of programming as a creative outlet, because there's a lot of technical know-how you need before you can get to the part where you're creating and expressing anything. But it's definitely there. It's just much further away than if you want to draw or sing or dance. So once you have some of these skills and you can actually start to make stuff, initially the stuff you make is not really that creative. It's very common to put that initial effort into emulating and copying the people that you saw that inspired you to try to do that in the first place. With music, I spent a long time here just trying to learn to play the songs of other artists like Flea, and not actually trying to play my own songs or make my own music or try to actually express my own creativity. I find it a lot easier to deal with the technical details of how to do things and how to make something happen, how to make this video happen. And I have a lot more trouble with actually figuring out how to express the creative ideas that I have and developing those. It's easy to get stuck here for a really long time and just sort of wander the desert alone, because you don't actually get to the part where you're creating something and you're only copying other people's stuff. And initially when you start to create your own things, they're potentially not going to be very good, and nobody's going to want to see it or hear it, and that's going to be very discouraging. And I think the people that are successful in this are able to get past that and continue on and get to the part where they're making things that people actually enjoy. I don't really know how to do that. I'm just pretty good at not quitting things and trying and trying and trying. And hopefully that works at some point. I had to come inside because my hands were getting a little bit too cold. But what do you all think? Am I missing something? Is there something that's working for you and you'd like to share it? I'd certainly like to hear whatever you have to say. If there's something you've watched or read that really helped, drop a link to that in the comments as well, because I would love to hear that too. And if you're struggling as well trying to understand how to do this and trying to get better at this, don't stop. And don't let it discourage you if it seems to be working for other people and not you, because everyone's got their own background and reasons that things are working for them. And you just got to figure out how to make it work for you. And I don't necessarily know how to do that because I'm trying to figure it out myself. But I really think there is a way for everyone to do this if we work at it enough. So thanks for listening and good luck.